20 January 2022 Morning Murli Om Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, the illness of the five vices that you have had for half the cycle is now about to take leave. Therefore, stay in limitless happiness. Question: what one hobby should you children have and what should you have no connection with? Answer: have the hobby of claiming your full inheritance from the Father. People have all types of hobbies. You now have to renounce all of those. You have become the children of God. You have to return home with the Father, and you must. Therefore, forget all the things that are connected with bodies. Just feed your stomachs to chapatis and connect your intellects to the new world. Song: what can storms do to those whose companion is God? Om Shanti. All of you, especially beloved, unshakable Mahavir children, understand that many types of storms will come in your minds and that calamities, illnesses, etc. will also come because now that it is the pump of the final period, Maya will punch you a great deal. Those whose intellects have firm faith know that the karmic accounts of their bodies will be settled. When you are about to recover from an illness, you feel happy that you are now going to become free from that illness. You know that there are only a few more days. You have had this illness of the five vices for half the cycle. It is through this that people become sinful souls like Ajamil, means a very great sinner. Only a few more days remain for such a world. These illnesses are now about to take leave. People in the world don't know these things. It is as though they have devilish intellects. They will continue to cry out in distress. You will continue to watch those events. You don't have any connection with those things. This is not a new thing. All of it has to happen. There is no need to be afraid of it. Very little time remains. The stomach only needs to be fed 2 chapatis. Your hobby now is to claim your inheritance from Baba. People have many types of hobbies. Here, you mustn't have any hobbies. Forget all the things that are connected with bodies. We now belong to God. We have to go back with Baba, the bridegroom. That bridegroom is unique. He is without an image. Because he is without an image, no one can remember him properly. This is a new system. Souls have to remember God. You would not have remembered him like this for half the cycle. In the golden age, you just understand that you are souls, but you don't have any other knowledge. I, a soul, will shed a body and take another. Here, they have made souls into the Supreme Soul. They say that God is omnipresent. It is as though this old world no longer exists for you. Your intellects are connected to the new world. When someone builds a new home, his intellect is removed from the old home and connected to the new home. People of so many religions now have conferences, etc. Not a single person's intellect is connected in yoga to the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. You have now found the Father who teaches you. He is means Gyaneshwar, the Lord of the knowledge, and Yogeshwar means the Lord of the yoga. Ishwar means the one who teaches you to have yoga with him. Gyaneshwar means God alone has knowledge. Only he can teach you knowledge and yoga. Those who have firm faith understand that they are in this world for a short time longer. We now have to return home. Actors in a play knows they are only there for a short time and they will then return home. They continue to look at their watches. Your clock is unlimited. You know that this is your final birth. Therefore, you should experience great happiness that you are going to shed those old bodies and become prince or princesses of the world. That your mama and baba will also become a princess and prince. Your children have to raise very well and claim a number at the front in the rosary of victory. If anywhere were to ask Baba, Baba would tell him, your activity is such that it seems you will definitely be close in the rosary of victory. You yourself would also know to what extent you will pass. Some think that they will never pass, even though I am Baba's child and I have surrendered everything and am sitting in Baba's lap. If I don't imbibe anything, I will not receive a high status. Those who live at home with their families and do service can claim a better status than those who live here. It is also seen that they are going very fast. By coming to stay with Baba, there is more benefit. Clouds come to the ocean, fill themselves, and then go everywhere to shower. The Murli is sent everywhere. You listen to the Murli and then also read it to others. Those who do a lot of service claim a good status. This requires effort. If you don't make any effort here, you will fall. Everything depends on your efforts. Check your own pulse. You can understand what status you will claim by the effort you make. If you don't make effort now and claim a high status, what will be your status every cycle? This is an unlimited drama. You have received unlimited intellects. There is great pleasure in knowing the beginning, the middle, and the end of the drama. However, the storms of Maya are such that they make you do one wrong thing or another. Maya conquers very good children. As you progress further, there will be greater expansion and your name will be glorified. Religious conferences now take place in Delhi. A very good intellect is needed to be able to explain at conferences. There has to be very good correspondence beforehand. The heads of the conference first have a small committee meeting and then they have a larger conference. All the facilities are arranged for the Pope, etc. in advance. This one also thinks about conferences a great deal. Very good, intelligent children are needed at such conferences to go and explain to those who are very sensible. First of all, pick up the aspects of who the head is. Baba has come. Before this, no one knew about the deity religion. You are now happy that the head of the deity religion does exist. Those who are mature in knowledge feel they can now say to those people, tell us which is the most elevated of all religions. That religion should be made the head. You BKs are the heads of everyone. You are world mothers. You have the status of mothers. It is shown that Kumaris shot arrows at Bhishma Pitama, etc. Everyone has to come in front of you, Kumaris. You have to explain who the highest on high is. They will then understand that the notion of omnipresence is false. You are now on the battlefield. It is not a new thing for you to give the father's introduction. Very good children have the intoxication of having played their parts numerous times. This old world is now to end. Those old bodies have to be shed, and you will then play your parts afresh. Your intellects have now become broad and unlimited. Those old costumes now have to be shed, and you will then take new costumes for 84 births. This should always remain in your intellects. Every actor should be aware of his part. You have taken 84 births and played your parts. The playing is now to end. This costume too is now almost worn out. The world is also Tamapradhan. When our kingdom has been established, destruction will begin. We will go and become the masters of the world in our next birth. Those who study here also receive something in this birth. You have now remembered that you will go and give birth to deities and then to warriors. Let this knowledge trickle into your intellects, for only then will your mercury of happiness remain high. Such things will continue to be shown by the intellects of those of you who are good effort makers. Baba has explained that you have to perform actions. You then have to increase your chant of remembrance. Night time is a very good time for this. There is no tiredness in this. If you are unable to stay in the stage all the time, then when storms come, they tire you. Storms come against your conscious wish. They will tire you. However, if you continue to remember the Father and continue to extract topics, your heads will become full of knowledge. It is Baba's experience that many storms come. The more powerful you become, the more Maya tries to make you fall. This is a law. The Father says Maya is very strong because she is now losing her kingdom, and so she will create many storms. Don't be afraid of her. If anything happens to your body, that is the suffering of karma. You mustn't choke over that. Those are your final bodies. Very little time remains. By remembering this, you remain happy. At this time, you are the ones who have the highest status in the drama because you have come into the lap of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Among you two, no one is as fortunate as those who are good effort makers. This happiness from God is also very elevated. You can explain that Bharat was heaven. It is an imperishable land, and there were no other religions at that time. They came later. When the Sun Dynasty kingdom passed, it then became the Moon Dynasty. No one knows the history and geography of that. You now know it. No one knows there will be the Silver Age after the Golden Age, and that when there are 2 degrees less, that happiness also decreases. If you were aware of this knowledge in the Golden Age, you would continue to choke inside. Your conscience would bite you that you are to come down again. You wouldn't enjoy your kingdom. Here too, some say they will become the masters of heaven, but that they will then have to come down again. However, there you still have the happiness of having received the kingdom. Baba is now making you Trikaldarshi. Even Lakshmi and Narayan, who are the masters of heaven, are not Trikaldarshi. It is only at the confluence age that the Father comes and gives each of you a third eye of knowledge and makes you Trikaldarshi. Why are the deities given all of those ornaments? Because it is their final stage. Brahmins continue to rise and fall. How could they be given the ornaments? It wouldn't seem right. This is such a wonderful secret in Brahma. Only Brahmins are spinners of the discus of self-realization. Only through this knowledge do you become deities. At this time, you are spinners of the discus of self-realization. Those with the third eye of knowledge and the seers of 3 aspects of time. These are your titles. All of these things have to be understood and then explained. First of all, give the Father's introduction. What is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? His name is God, the Father. You wouldn't say that God, the Father, is omnipresent. He is the Father. We even write, what is your relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul? Since you say Supreme Father, he must definitely be the Father. How could the Father be omnipresent? You receive the inheritance from the Father. The Father is the creator of the new world. Lakshmi and Narayan receive the inheritance of the new world. Their deities don't need the third eye of knowledge. A third eye would definitely be given through Brahma. The explanation of the Trimurti is so good. You have to explain it in a very entertaining way. Those who are clever masters would have the practice of explaining day by day. It will become very easy to explain to anyone. What is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul to you? They would say that He is their Father. The Father is the creator of the new world. There was the kingdom of the deities in the golden age. They would definitely have received their property from the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. They studied Raj Yoga and attend the kingdom. We are all BKs. Explain to anyone. Oh, you see, Father of people. And so, He is your Father. Is He not? That one means Shiv is also the Father. You are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. We are claiming our inheritance from Dada, means grandfather. You are not doing that. Come and understand this. Make effort and you too will receive it. Brahma, the father of people, and the world mother are the two main ones. The inheritance you receive is the Lakshmi and Narayan status. Everything is explained to you children as many ways. When you children go to big conferences, your name will be glorified. Ours is an aspect of knowledge, whereas everyone else is an aspect of devotion. We have the authority of knowledge to question anyone. However, even those who are to understand don't understand that quickly. They continue to go into unnecessary expansion. If they were to understand, they would lose their prestige. It is written that the Kumaris conquered Bhishma Pitama. This has to be happen. This part of the drama is definitely fixed. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point. In order to come into the rosary of victory, do service like Mama and Baba. Embed the Murli and then relate it to others. Let your behavior be very raw. Second point. Understand this unlimited drama with your broad and unlimited intellect and experience limitless happiness. Don't be afraid of storms. Keep your intellect full by churning knowledge. Blessing. May you be full of good wishes and experience the Avyakt stage by finishing all opposing feelings. Explanation. The basis of flying stage or the falling stage in the life is two things: feelings and intention. Having benevolent feelings for everyone, feelings of being loving and cooperative, feelings of increasing courage and enthusiasm, feelings of soul consciousness, and feelings of belonging. These are all good wishes. Those who have such feelings can stabilize in the Avyakt stage. If your feelings oppose these gross feelings will pull you. The main reason for obstacles are those opposing feelings. Slogan. Maya is a paper tiger in front of those who have the company of the Almighty Authority Father. Om Shanti. Experience the stage of being merged in love. Whoever you love, you would do for them something they like. The father doesn't like the children getting upset, so never say, "What can I do?" The situation was like that, which is why I got upset. Even if an upsetting situation comes in front of you, do not allow your stage to get upset. Om Shanti.